Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Arknights reaction. Today we have Winter Absolution. This is a song that has been on and off multiple request queues of mine for a while, and I'm finally getting around to it. So without further ado, let's go. And I do know that this is based off Pange lingua, by the way. I'm very aware of that. Just kind of interested if they're going to keep the Christian message in it, or if they're going to just take that part out. This is a beautiful, beautiful, oh, that's so beautiful. This arrangement is just insane. All the strings underneath it. Ooh, nice. The big swell. I haven't heard any of the references to any of the Christian sourcing, so maybe they did remove it all. Oh, sacrament. Maybe I spoke too soon. All right. I think they're making it more vague. It's a little bit more ambiguous, I think, than the original piece is. Albeit it's been years since I've heard the original. So, maybe. It's cool having the additional voice in there, too. Got a bit of a round. Okay. This is a really cool arrangement. I'm really liking this. It's creative. Ooh. 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 That was really cool. A lot of dissonance on these chords here. Just lots of clashing. Beautiful way to handle it, though. I've heard a few renditions of that poem, that song. This was a really, really neat one. So some of you may remember me talking about my days in madrigal choir during an old video. This is also another one of those songs that I had heard around that time, and this song specifically, this whole poem, this hymn, is something that I have sang a rendition of, and it was a multiple part harmony for a cappella, so it's a lot more simplified than this. There's a lot more on this. Some of the harmonies actually during the spot, especially near the end, were very similar, so I was following those pretty well. But it's like, this is just, it's beautiful hearing all of the strings behind it. All of that orchestration supports it in a way I don't think I've ever heard it before, because I've always heard it raw as a hymn and then like one time with a piano slash organ. So it's different to hear it, but it's also really cool hearing a different rendition of a song that I am personally pretty familiar with due to my own musical background. I was also correct in it being simplified. It doesn't speak so much. The original is a more like bread of Christ kind of message. It's supposed to be a feast, a hymn sung for like offering the feast of the body of Christ. So hearing this version of the lyrics with all of the theistic messaging kind of removed, or at least replaced and shifted around a little bit to make the overall concept a little bit more vague, but it also feels a little bit more personal, like it's a reflection, almost a redemption of the self. Like there is a part of me that is hearing these lyrics and reading them and going, this feels a lot more of an introspective piece than compared to the other, which is a lot more of a prayer. So this is kind of an intriguing way to rephrase these lyrics and put the burden of what this song is talking about onto the singer rather than glorifying a deity. And of course, I am aware that this is an Adam Gubman piece, and he is just an amazing composer and arranger, albeit I'm not sure if he did the lyrics on this one or if he got some assistance from the singers maybe, or just somebody else. We had a friend or two help him out there, but it could just be him. And if so, great way to cut out a lot of that theistic overtone and just lay in the message. And it feels so much more personal hearing it like this. And it's very strange. Like, again, hearing it in a context that I'm aware of hearing the original. I'm very familiar with that one. So it was kind of like, did I miss it? I was worried there for a second in the beginning. I'm like, are they going to change anything? Are they going to put that message into a game? Because I don't think it really fits, albeit I'm not a player of it, but maybe that would fit. I was kind of wondering, but the more it got in, the more I'm like, this doesn't feel like a prayer anymore. It feels like a message. And this arrangement being a lot more beautified, I would say, that might be the wrong word there, because the original hymn is pretty gorgeous in of itself. It's got some great vocal parts to it especially, but that's all arrangement so much as the original song is a straightforward hymn based on effectively a poem. So it's just like, okay, cool. But this just leaves another way to comprehend the piece and put the lyrics into a much better context, in my opinion. While the original, of course, being a hymn, is very theistic and Christian backbone. It's hard for a lot of people to get that. And as somebody who's not religious myself, it's weird hearing that and having to sing and comprehend those lyrics, whereas a lot of people would find a lot more personality in having that in there and a lot more meaning to it. So I think that this is cool. The fact that this version of the song, even though I have sung and understand the original and the context there, I like this rendition of the lyrics much more because it feels a lot more personal, as opposed to being something backed by a religious belief that not everyone shares. And I like that. But I think I'm going to keep restating the same thing if I continue to talk, so I'm just going to call it there. Beautiful song. Adam, you did a fantastic job. The vocalist did a great job. I didn't expect they're here too, so that was really cool hearing the multiple parts play off each other. And yeah, I'm kind of surprised it took this long for me to get around to this one. It's one of those ones that I just kept going to other songs instead of, and I was like, I should get back to that one. So I'm glad I'm here finally. It just took a bit. But that's pretty much it. So thank you all so very much for watching. I am actually running out of Arknights requests, so if you have any, leave them down in the comments below so I can add some more to the list and get back to having more of these, because I don't think I even have one for next week. But otherwise, if you just like this video and you want to see me talk and yap more about music stuff, and you enjoyed your time here and you know how to follow and support me, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye!